Hey there, welcome. We are in the process of getting through the Bible in chronological order, and we just started the other day the book of Numbers, so we'll pick up where we left off, and we will be reading from the Good News translation. So today we are reading chapters 3 and 4. So let's get to it. This is the family of Aaron and Moses at the time the Lord spoke to Moses on Mount Sinai. Aaron had 4 sons, Nadab the oldest, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. They were anointed and ordained as priests, but Nadab and Abihu were killed when they offered unholy fire to the Lord in the Sinai desert. Yeah, God ain't playing, right? They had no children, so Eleazar and Ithamar served as priests during Aaron's lifetime. The Lord said to Moses, "Bring forward the tribe of Levi and appoint them as servants of Aaron the priest. They shall do the work required for the tent of my presence and perform duties for the priests and for the whole community. They shall take charge of all the equipment of the tent and perform the duties for the rest of the Israelites. The only responsibility the Levites have is to serve Aaron and his sons. You shall appoint Aaron and his sons to carry out the duties of the priesthood. Everyone else who tries to do so shall be put to death." Told you God wasn't playing. The Lord said to Moses, "The Levites are now to be mine. When I killed all the firstborn of the Egyptians, I consecrated as my own the oldest son of each Israelite family and the firstborn of every animal. Now, instead of having the firstborn sons of Israel as my own, I have the Levites. They will belong to me. I am the Lord." In the Sinai desert, the Lord commanded Moses to register the Levites by clans and families, enrolling every male a month old or older, and Moses did so. Levi had 3 sons, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari, who were the ancestors of the clans that bear their names. Gershon had 2 sons, Libni and Shimei. Kohath had 4 sons, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. And Merari had 2 sons, Mali and Mushi. They were the ancestors of the families that bear their names. The clan of Gershon was composed of the families of Libni and Shimei. The total number of males 1 month old or older that were enrolled were 7,500. This clan was to camp on the west behind the tent, with Eliasaph, son of Lael, as chief of the clan. They were responsible for the tent, its inner cover, its outer cover, the curtain for the entrance, the curtains for the court which is around the tent, and the altar, and the curtain for the entrance of the court. They were responsible for all the service connected with these items. The clan of Kohath was composed of the families of Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. The total number of males 1 month old or older that were enrolled was 8,600. This clan was to camp on the south side of the tent, with Elizaphan, son of Uzziel, as chief of the clan. They were responsible for the covenant box, the table, the lampstand, the altars, the utensils the priests use in the holy place, and the curtain at the entrance to the most holy place. They were responsible for all the service connected with these items. The chief of the Levites was Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, and he was in charge of those who carried out the duties in the holy place. The clan of Merari was composed of the families of Mali and Mushi. The total number of males 1 month old or older that were enrolled was 6,200. This clan was to camp on the north side of the tent, with Zuriel, son of Abihail, as the chief of the clan. They were assigned responsibility for the frames for the tent, its bars, posts, bases, and all its fittings. They were responsible for all the service connected with these items, and they were also responsible for the posts, bases, pegs, and ropes for the outer court. Moses and Aaron and his sons were to camp in front of the tent on the east. They were responsible for carrying out the services performed in the holy place for the people of Israel. Anyone else who tried to do so was to be put to death. The total number of all the Levite males 1 month old or older that Moses enrolled by clans at the command of the Lord was 22,000. The Lord said to Moses, "All of Israel's firstborn sons belong to me. So register by name every firstborn male Israelite 1 month old or older. But in place of them I claim all the Levites as mine. I am the Lord. I also claim the livestock of the Levites in place of all the firstborn of the livestock. Moses obeyed and registered all the firstborn males 1 month old or older, and the total was 22,273. The Lord said to Moses, "Now dedicate the Levites as mine in place of all the firstborn Israelite sons, and dedicate the livestock of the Levites in place of the firstborn of the Israelites' livestock. Since the firstborn Israelite sons outnumber the Levites by 273, you must buy back the extra sons. For each one, pay 5 pieces of silver according to the official standard, and give this money to Aaron and his sons." Moses obeyed and took the 1,365 pieces of silver and gave them to Aaron and his sons. The Lord told Moses to take a census of the Levite clan of Kohath by subclans and families, and to register all the men between the ages of 30 and 50 who were qualified to work in the tent of the Lord's presence. Their service involves the most holy things. And the Lord gave Moses the following instructions. When it is time to break camp, Aaron and his sons shall enter the tent, take down the curtain in front of the covenant box, and cover the box with it. They shall put a fine leather cover over it, spread a cloth of solid blue on top, and then insert the carrying poles. They shall spread a blue cloth over the table for the bread offered to the Lord, and put it on the dishes, the incense bowls, the offering bowls, and the jars for the wine offering. There shall always be bread on the table. They shall spread a red cloth over all of this, put a fine leather cover over it, and then insert the carrying poles. They shall take a blue cloth and cover the lampstand with its lamps, tongs, trays, and all the olive oil containers. They shall wrap it and all its equipment in a fine leather cover and place it on a carrying frame. Next, they shall spread a blue cloth over the gold altar, put a fine leather cover over it, and then insert the carrying poles. They shall take all the utensils used in the holy place, wrap them in a blue cloth, put a fine leather cover over them, and place them on a carrying frame. They shall remove the greasy ashes from the altar and spread a purple cloth over it. They shall put it on all the equipment used in the service at the altar: fire pans, hooks, shovels, and basins. Then they shall put a fine leather cover over it and insert the carrying poles. When it is time to break camp, the clan of Kohath shall come to carry the sacred objects only after Aaron and his sons have finished covering them and all their equipment. The Kohath clan must not touch the sacred objects, or they will die. These are the responsibilities of the Kohath clan whenever the tent is moved. Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, shall be responsible for the whole tent, and for the oil for the lamps, the incense, the grain offerings, the anointing oil, and everything else in the tent that has been consecrated to the Lord. And the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Do not let the clan of Kohath be killed by coming near these most sacred objects. To prevent this from happening, Aaron and his sons shall go in and assign each man his task and tell him what to carry. But if the Kohathites enter the tent and see the priests preparing the sacred objects for moving, they will die." The Lord told Moses, "Take a census of the Levite clan of Gershon by subclans and families, and to register all the men between the ages of 30 and 50 who are qualified to work in the tent of the Lord's presence. They shall be responsible for carrying the following objects: the tent, its inner cover, its outer cover, the fine leather cover on top of it, the curtain for the entrance, the curtains and the ropes for the court that is around the tent, and the altar, the curtains for the tent entrance of the court, and all the fittings used in setting up these objects. They shall perform all the tasks required for these things. Moses and Aaron shall see to it that the Gershonites perform all the duties and carry everything that Aaron and his sons assign to them. These are the responsibilities of the Gershon clan in the tent. They shall carry them out under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron, the priest. The Lord told Moses to take a census of the Levite clan of Merari by subclans and families, and to register all the men between the ages of 30 and 50 who were qualified to work in the tent of the Lord's presence. They shall be responsible for carrying the frames, bars, posts, and bases of the tent, and the posts, bases, pegs, and ropes of the court around the tent, with all the fittings used in setting them up. Each man will be responsible for carrying specific items. These are the responsibilities of the Merari clan in their service in the tent. They shall carry them out under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron, the priest. Following the Lord's command, Moses, Aaron, and the leaders of the community took a census of the 3 Levite clans, Kohath, Gershon, and Merari. They did this by subclans and families, and registered all the men between the ages of 30 and 50 who were qualified to work in the tent of the Lord's presence as follows: Kohath, 2,750, Gershon, 2,630, and Merari, 3,200, for a total of 8,580. Each man was registered as the Lord had commanded Moses, and at the command of the Lord given through Moses, each man was assigned responsibility for his task of serving or carrying. And that, my friends, is our reading for today, February 24, 2026. Thanks for sticking it out with me. Lots of nitty-gritty and itty-bitty, and we will move forward into the story. But for now, it's a lot of organization and who does what and when and where and how and all those things. So bear with me. We are finished for today, and I hope you've had a great day or are having a great day whenever you get this. And I hope I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, and bye for now.